Hi there, this is Invader Design, and I'm just going to quickly show you how I cut up my models for print. So I've made this basic figure in Z-spheres, and what we're going to do first before we even start is dynamesh the model. So I've dynameshed at a fairly high number. This is so that when we export the model, it'll be as high a quality as possible. We don't want any polygons, I guess, or polygonal looking shapes. So we're just going to wait for a bit for this to dynamesh. So go get a cup of tea, read a book. You could probably watch Lord of the Rings, all of them at once, I guess, by the time this finishes. Yeah, especially those extended ones. Yeah, watch the extended ones. Anyway, so now that the figure is dynamesh, what we're going to do for this demonstration purpose is cut off his arm. So you can use the selection tool or the lasso tool. In this case, the lasso tool would work fine. Why am I using masking there? So we're just going to go around the arm, right? So that's the rest of the body hidden. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go back into subtool. Where am I going? It's up there. Subtool, and then we're going to split and split hidden. So that way the body and the arm are now different subtools. Now you might notice there's a big hole there in the body, so to fill that up we're just going to dynamesh it again, and we're just going to wait. I'm waiting for this to dynamesh. It's going very, very slow. Imagine this on a Godzilla model where there's all this detail, rather than just a simple thing. But that's just part of the punishment, I guess. Anyway, so that is completely filled in that gap, and then we'll just dynamesh again on the other subtool, and it's done that again. Right. So now we're going to make some keys. So, but first, of course, because it's a Z-sphere object, I'm just going to remove all those polygroups, I guess, make it all one. But anyways, so yeah. So what we're going to do is we're going to insert a cube, okay, just a normal cube, and then we're going to go to the deformation tab, right, and then we are just going to taper it. So we just find that tool, and it's just going to taper it like that. There we go. So that's a perfectly fine shape for a key. And what we're going to do now is we're going to scale it down a bit, just so that it's not humongous. So that's it, scaled down a bit. And I'm going to duplicate it in this case. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just move it around the position of the shoulder. Okay, there we are. Just and I'm just going to rotate it into position. So I'm just going to rotate it like that. Okay. Maybe just scale that a bit more. There we go. And then I'm just going to move it downwards. Just position it a bit better into the middle of the shoulder. Still a bit too big, so I'm going to scale it a bit more. Okay, that's fine. Okay. And then what we're going to do is we are going to, let's see, yeah, just move it a bit more. Yeah, what we're going to do now is we're going to duplicate that. Right? I'm just double checking that just to make sure it doesn't bleed out the arm there. Right. So I'm going to duplicate that object there. Okay. There we go. And then we're going to press this button here next to the subtool, and then we're going to go to polygroups and group as a dynamic subdivide. So if that dynamic subdivide object, you get your body here, for example, you merge it down into the subdivide object. There we go. We're going to hit dynamesh again. So a bit more weighting. That's 3 cups of teas now. So probably at this point, I haven't been keeping track. So we're just going to let that run. And what it should do is it should cut into the model to give you a perfect sort of cut, I guess. That's yeah, like a negative pretty much of the key. So you can see there it's made a negative. And we're now going to get the arm, and we're going to merge that down with the non subdivided key. Okay. And that should have welded onto that. Okay, so that's fine. So that's basically just on how I make keys. Now, how do I export it for 3D print? Well, we go into a Z plugin, and we're just going to extend that menu a bit. We go to 3D print explorer. Now, let's say I want this figure to be, I don't know, like however big, I guess, let's say about that big. And we then go into advanced options. Export separate files, so that exports all your separate bits, and then we're just going to export an STL. Now, here's an example I didn't properly do it. Rather than inches, I'd set it to millimeters. Otherwise, your 3D software is going to have problems. But that's the basic gist and how I prop 3D prints, I guess. Thank you.